Oh. Ooh, almost choked to death right on my own show.
That would have gotten.
That's always good.
That would have been a great.
It would have been spectacular, almost as good as a plane crash. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Riffs and
Rhythms podcast. I'm Paul Robertson, and
I am Kevin McLaughlin.
oh wow, good thing we have a guy on the soundboard.
We should probably announce the fact that we have the ghost on the aux himself with us, Mr. Devin Merchant.
What's up, guys?
What's going on, Devin? All right.
So we're going to be doing some T-shirts, and we need some ideas for Devin T-shirts. Like, what does Devin look like? Maybe should be the caption on there.
That should be great. Draw what Devin looks like.
Oh,
Contest.
yes, that's it. Because you know,
But people can cheat and just go watch my show and find out.
Oh, no, don't tell them that. Oh, now you just ruined it. All right, everybody wins.
That's how I got them to go watch it.
He's trying to subvert his podcast within a
He's
podcast.
just using us to promote his own podcast. It's a good thing.
Well, it's a good thing, it's a
Get
trade.
something out of this.
Quid pro. What's that? The right?
Yeah.
Is that the
Quid pro quo.
That's it. Yeah. Squidward. And yeah.
Squid pro quo?
Yeah, squid pro quo.
Since we pay you so little money
That's the newest item on the Asian menu. Squid pro quo.
Well, thanks for tuning into this episode here. Again, this is watching is on YouTube, right? And also our audio listeners too on Apple, Spotify, and trying to grow the audio channel as well as much as our video channel. So definitely like, subscribe, do all those things. Tonight, again, if you're watching this on Patreon, thank you.
Yes, we have live Patreon viewers watching as we speak.
So if you are
live ones
Patreon member, you've already been watching this live stream. And if you're just watching this for the first time, you're watching it not in real time. Well, I guess we just let the cat. Well, I think people already know we.
No, it's a huge secret. Nobody knows that we film these ahead of time. Don't ruin it.
Actually, in the chats today, tell me somebody we're going to have to kind of give a little recognition here too in a moment. But in the chat in the last video that dropped, 108, Jaybird from who's our good friend there, part of the JNC watch crew subscribers and all that, big supporter of JNC.
Current keg sponsor.
That's right. And he was in the chat, the most recent chat, and I was in there hanging out in the video and watching with him. And I said something to the effect that we were not. I asked the question, says, do you guys want to watch the show live stream? And he goes, oh, you guys aren't live right now. You're taped. You're taped, but live in the chat.
You outed us.
We don't even have tape.
Did you? I said, wait. I said, Paul's right now at work, right? So
Paul outed us.
Who's taping? Who's got time to be doing this shit in the middle of the day on a Tuesday, 12 o'clock?
You're such a drummer, man.
So Kevin likes to keep a little secrets here and there. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. But again, Jay, we do have to give a little recognition to Jay.
Yes, for an undisclosed thing we can't talk about yet.
That's right, yeah, because somebody forgot to bring it. But thank you, Jay. We'll talk a little bit. I think we can send him a T-shirt. You think for his or something?
We got to check
merch?
it out and see if it's any good first.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So, but anyway, we got word that there was something in the mail that came for us.
Paul will tell us if it passes the taste test or not.
That's right. So, but anyway, so I had a little gig. We performed at there. Did I tell you that already? With Furrow.
You mentioned it.
Yeah. So
is that the one in Jupiter?
Yeah. So had a good time.
You're still talking about that? How
man, because I'm excited. I know. I don't
get out more.
I don't get a chance to play as much. So again, I'm going to hold on to it like, high school, football, fame.
There is hope that some of these drums are not going to be decoration for the rest of their lives.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. So I had a good time with that stuff. So, but anyway, so enough talking about us.
Did you bring the cajon?
No, I did not.
Oh, you just didn't do both?
Oh, so I'm not the only one who forgot to bring stuff today? Is that what we're talking about?
No, you were asking about at the show. I did bring it, but I didn't play it.
Oh,
No.
I wasn't allowed.
I went full. Everyone said, don't play the cajon, play the kit. And I played the kit.
You brought a whole drum kit?
No, well, it was already there.
So the big question is this. Did you keep it in order?
The drum kit?
Boom first, and then pap.
I did my best, considering Mike threw new songs on the set list that we didn't even but I think I did okay.
But those have the same order as boom and pap. As
That's
well.
true. That's true.
So
think I did-
I would
I
be
did
interested.
okay.
I've never seen you. Well, no, I take that
Yeah,
back.
you've seen me a
I
couple
have
once.
seen you play. A
Well, that
drum
was the
kit.
first-
That
well,
was
that's-
Sonic Sun.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
That was way back.
way
Yeah, that's
back.
right. Way back when. But yeah, that was the first time playing like actually a full set because I played a couple times doing a couple of the jams and that was like a full half. It's like, oh my God, 40 minutes I have to play. God, I haven't done this in a while. I don't do exercise much anymore.
So bands out there, if you need a cheap replacement drummer, we have one right
That's
here.
okay. You know, what's that say? Yeah, just okay.
Yeah, 6'7". So we have a guest. We should go ahead and acknowledge the fact that we've got a guest tonight, and I am not qualified to introduce him because I'm a guitar player. Paul is the one who needs to introduce our esteemed guest.
Yes, thank you, Mr. McLaughlin. Yes, our guest tonight is the organizer, the founder, the creator of a awesome show. It is all, as Kevin was alluding to, it's all about, if you guessed it, is about drums and percussions and so forth. And there's a little bit more to add it to the show as well, too. And I guess if you can read my shirt, I'm probably already giving it away there. So, and is also our guest is a
Pull it tight so everybody can read the font
you
on
see
there.
mine.
Pull it
you know.
tight.
Yeah, baby.
Wow, that's the kind of show we're gonna have tonight, I guess. He is also a Drums and Rums guest alum as well too.
Oh, very cool.
That's right. So
esteemed.
that's right.
Drums and Rums.
So he is he's no stranger to the studio here and how he walked into a tow truck company building and thought he was going to get murdered. But
No, wait. Hold on a second.
what?
This is Riffs and Rhythms World Headquarters.
Oh yeah,
This is an amazing, high-quality venue for podcastery.
but on the outside it's like a disguise.
It is a disguise. When you go in,
It's a
you think
facade.
it's a junky old building, but you immediately go down this super fast elevator 300 levels below the surface of the earth. You go through the
magma.
office of the man from U.N.C.L.E., and then you come to the podcast studio.
The building outside is like a facade, like those old Western movies, like a fake saloon front.
Right?
Yeah.
Or like in the Despicable Me, where he goes to the record store and it's really the evil layer of the genius bad guys.
I haven't been keeping up on my Despicable Me shows, so
Anyway.
I may have to watch. I don't have.
You have to ask for a specific album to get in.
Yeah, I don't have little kids anymore to watch stuff. But anyway, so just have you know, I guess I'll blame you for it because since you're the guitar player, and you know, I'll
always our fault.
just say the last time he was here, it was a drums episode, obviously called Drums and Rums. But he did bring some of his own hooch with him this time. But I guess because he didn't want to share it with you, and that's why he didn't bring any. So anyway, welcome to the podcast,
sense.
Todd from Drum Revue.
Quite an intro.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. That was a long.
Good to see you,
I know.
man.
Yeah. So how you doing, Todd?
I'm great. Thank you, guys. Thanks for having me back. And well, Paul, you've had me back, and Kevin, thanks for inviting me for the first time. I appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Yeah, great to be here. And we got a drum review coming up soon, so we'll talk some about that today, and we'll gang up on the guitarist in the room.
Of course, yes.
Yes,
There is some strings in the show, though, right?
Yes,
Maybe. You don't want to give away too much,
the
or
strings holding up the curtains, probably.
We have had some a little bit of non-percussive instrument in the show. I call the scene Bach with a backbeat. So we have a little classical music with a beat drop to it. So still a very drum focused scene in the show. But it was actually my son. My son played the cello, and at the time he's switched to the bass. So we may have something a little different this coming show.
okay.
So for those who have never seen your show, fill us in on what it's all about.
Drum Revue is a non-stop, high-energy, all-drum, all-percussion extravaganza. So, I described it to Paul before as it's kind of in the same vein as a Stomp or a Blue Man Group theatrical performance, but a little bit more percussion and real instrument driven. And so it's an ensemble cast, and it's a giant drum variety show. So we do marching drums, drum battles, drum set, Latin drums, hip hop drums, everything under the sun. It is what I've always wanted to see as a drummer on stage, enjoying a lot of those types of, the stomps and the Blue Man Groups of the world. But I've always wanted to see something like this. And so I put it together over the course of a few years and finally got it on stage last year. We took a little bit of a hiatus at the beginning of this year, but we're back now. So it's a fun live entertainment performance in the theater. So
you've got some shows coming up, I understand.
November 20th, which is a Thursday. So that's our next show in West Palm. We're going to be at Kravis Center. We're going to be in their Black Box Theater, the Rinker Playhouse. So it's a nice intimate setting, very loud, very in your face, a lot of fun. Paul's been to the show. He had a lot of fun coming to it, and we'll few little twists this time. You'll see it's not going to be it's never the same show twice, and that's one of the things that's a lot of fun. So got some incredible drummers, incredible percussionists that are part of it. And I'm kind of the old guard of the group, so most of them don't have the same amount of gray hair or gray beard that I do. So, but it's a great show, a lot of fun.
Excellent.
Now your grandson was at the last show too.
Yes,
right?
Liam apparently was graced with the opportunity to sit in with you guys.
And he was, we do have some audience participation, and your grandson came on stage and performed with us. It was
saw the video.
A drum circle scene. So he did an amazing job. He had a lot of fun. So
Yeah, he was talking about that forever.
good. And he's a drummer.
Yeah, he
Now
is.
You've
graduated him into
helped him
drummer.
cross that threshold
Yes, he's
into drummer.
He's seen the light. He's seen the light.
crossed over.
Is he keeping it in the pocket?
He does pretty good. He's got a decent sense of tempo. He's very creative.
Good.
And he's got a great teacher, and he does it.
Perfect.
He sits and he plays.
I love it.
Now he plays a couple different instruments too. He's a multi.
Yeah. He's actually performed his own compositions on piano on stage with my band.
That's amazing. I love it.
And yes, and he plays. I'm giving him guitar lessons.
Good.
But my favorite thing is he came and sat in. I think you were there when I have a duo with my daughter. It's called the band Freya, and that's Liam's mother.
Yeah.
And he came and brought his piano, and he was going to perform his composition. And then I said to him, after you're done with that, you want to stay up on stage and play with us? And he just looked at me like, yeah, I'll help you out.
Oh, there it is. That's
He was
fantastic.
7 at the time.
He knows. He loves the stage. That's perfect.
Yeah, he belongs up there. That's for sure. He's got the bug.
Yeah, and that's one of the things about Drum Revue is that so many drummers end up, being in the background. They get behind a shell, they get behind the guitarist, and we never really get a chance, except for a drum solo, to shine. And one of the things about Drum Revue is it's a chance for all drummers all the time to just show off. There's some incredible, I mentioned incredible drummers, incredible percussionists, and sometimes it's just fun to let them go and say, just go play for 10 minutes and wow the audience. And most drummers don't usually get a chance to do that. So it's a fun opportunity for everybody.
Awesome. So it's a ticketed show, obviously. So how would someone hook up with some tickets to go to see you?
All the tickets are sold through Kravis. So it's kravis.org is their website. Their box office is handling all the tickets. You can go, there's lots of ways to get to Kravis. Either just go to kravis.org. You can go to Drum Revue, REVUE, drumrevue.com, and there's links on our website to get there as well. So
And it'll be on the screen now.
Awesome. Thank you, Sank. Thank you.
Timestamp that for me, please.
Got you.
Yeah.
So so tickets are on sale. We still got tickets left. There's a lot of elements to it. One thing that I love talking about is one of the scenes in the show. We do have some community participation from a local high school marching band. So you may or may not see a drum line battle in the show. So I'll spill it because they're already confirmed for it. It's the Palm Beach Lakes high school marching band, the drum line, the Ram Regiment is coming.
Oh, very cool.
Coming to participate, and they're incredible. And one of the best marching drum lines, one of the best high school drum lines I've ever heard, and they bring it. It's a lot of fun. Great performers.
I gotta get my nephew Mason down to see your show. He plays the bass drum in the marching band at his high school.
That's great. That's what I thought. I did that my freshman year. of high school, and then I was a snare drummer after that. So I love marching season. I love marching band, and snare drum is one of my favorites. So that's a big part of this show. So
Awesome.
So let's talk about a little bit that those are not familiar with the Kravis Center, and let alone the Black Box. There is that this is a world renowned venue for plays, performances, anyone who's traveling through. I mean, it's in Palm Beach County again. We're
right across the bridge from Palm Beach itself.
Right.
I mean, in the heart of the most prestigious neighborhoods there are.
yeah.
actually.
So the folks that are there, the opportunity, but yeah, I mean, so Todd, talk a little bit about how you were able to take the vision here and get it into the Kravis Center, right?
yeah. I mean, Kravis is a world-renowned facility. It is Palm Beach County is an incredibly vibrant arts community. Big supporters of the arts, big philanthropists, 30, 40 years ago had a vision to build the Kravis Center as a world-class venue for orchestras, for Broadway shows, for concerts, for, theater performances. And so, their main hall seats about 2,200, maybe just under 2,200 people. And that's a beautiful auditorium. We're not playing there quite yet. Someday we'll play there, but that's where you would go to see all the Broadway shows, go to see the orchestras play, concerts come through there. They also have 2 black box theaters, which seat about 300 each, in the same facility, not in, it's in the same general campus of Kravis Center. So we're in the Rinker Playhouse, which is a 300-seat auditorium. So it's a very intimate setting, beautiful stage, same facilities and capabilities that the rest of Kravis has, and the same team of professionals working at Kravis work the big shows. They're working my show too, and that's a lot of fun. Great to work with those professionals, because being able to put this on in a world-class facility like Kravis is incredible. So we're not part of the Kravis Presents series, where Kravis brings in artists throughout the world. So we're renting it ourselves, and then but we use their facility, and but we get access to everything, just like every other major artist that would come through there. So we're still getting it off the ground, and that's it's important for us to be playing in a place that's intimate enough that we can get enough interest and have people that can be really involved in the foundation of the show. But then hopefully we take it and grow and, play around big, US tours and international tours and residencies and, in Vegas and Broadway and Orlando and everywhere else. It's that kind of show where it can, I think people enjoy it enough where it can really get some legs like that. So
Yeah, you just bump off the Blue Man Group in Orlando and get your own theater.
They're building their own theater in Orlando, so they need somebody to fill that space now.
They need some regular colored people.
I think
skin colored drummers to be playing.
I think Drum Revue would be a good fit for that.
Yes, awesome.
I didn't know that are they locating off
Regular colored people.
I know. I heard. I was letting it go, Devin.
Most
tried.
people aren't blue unless they're dead. So
Jeez, man, he's discriminating against the Smurfs.
Yeah,
people be like,
so they've had a permanent residency for there for years, right on that walk.
Yeah.
But I think
Yeah.
I guess I don't know 100%, but I heard they're going to have their own theater now. That's what I've heard. So
On the property or
That I don't know.
off?
I don't
Because there's
know.
some construction going on. I was up there
it
a
might
couple
be
weeks ago.
It might be off. I'm not sure.
Because it's like tucked behind the Hard Rock and between the Universal and.
We may need to
Oh,
do some
over there?
reconnaissance work
Yes,
and
yeah.
find
Yeah.
out where it is. So.
So if you ever, a little tidbit note though, if you ever do go, if that area is still open, the pathway to the Blue Man. So you've been right, okay. So the pathway to the Blue Man area show, along the walkway, that's very undescript. Nobody would know unless you were told. Is there's a piece of the Berlin Wall on that walkway that they have on display next to the Hard Rock building.
really,
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was pretty cool. So I remember went up there a couple, we've been to the show actually a couple times, but again, we have, it's like the show changes up and
It does.
you have fun and you get time. But yeah, so Todd, you talked about like, where does the, outside the Rinker Playhouse, which is great, the Kravis Center, where do you want? I mean, what's the longer the goals vision of Drum Revue? I mean, you want to take it on the road. You obviously start local, Florida, national, and all that. Because I think, similarly, we've talked a little bit obviously about some of those things, but maybe it's some very similar like with us with our show, right? We're Florida based. Like, how do we kind of grow, and how do you maybe move it around the state and incorporate local musicians in that area to play new drum lines or other musicians? And I think there's anyway. You go ahead. Yeah, you explain, not me, right?
Yeah, I mean, you have it right. That's the vision. The vision is to build it and grow it. It's a theater-based show, but it's adaptable to other types of venues. Doesn't have to be a sit-down theatrical performance. I can play on a stage. We can do the performance on a stage, like a concert stage. We can do that. But the idea is to start taking it around, play at other venues. We're working on a gig in Miami now, take it across the coast, try to build up the Florida audience and get enough attention, hopefully, then to take it to Orlando, then to take it, maybe a regional tour. It's adaptable enough. The way the show is today is not going to be what the show is in 5 years, but the way the show is today is very flexible and very adaptable to be able to play on different types of stages, different size stages. We don't need massive set changes. We can be pretty static with the set. So it almost sets up like a concert. And when we have obviously a lot of visions, I've written a lot of music for different places I want to play, different cities I want to play, stuff that is local to some of those locations, playing in Columbus, Ohio, doing a rendition of "Hang On, Sloopy" for the Ohio State fans. To do playing in Boston, playing "Sweet Caroline," those kinds of things. We have ideas to be able to take this and make a regional impact. Two other things that we always will do is we'll have we do have a scene with marching drums, and we will always have a local high school or college marching drum line that participates in it. So we've had all Palm Beach local whenever we played here, just because that's what we're trying to do. Right. We've had Palm Beach Lakes a couple of times, and they're fantastic. We'll have them again. We've had Suncoast before, so some high school bands that have been part of it. I've been in talks with some of the universities around town as well. So we'll get more involvement from other people there. But that's an element to the show that we want to have, regional and local for every place that we play. Additionally, we'll also do we do a community performance on or around the date of our regular performance. And by community performance, I mean a way for us to give back. Because we truly, one of the reasons the show began in the first place is because I truly believe drums and music, live music in particular, can really impact lives in a very positive way. And as we're all musicians here, and I think you guys would agree that music makes the world go round. So we want to give back in doing free performances. And so we've been to L's for Autism a couple of times and performed for the audience there. We've been to Joe DiMaggio's Children's Hospital and performed for kids in the hospital. We'll do some things with Boys and Girls Club. We'll do some community-based performances in every venue, every city that we go and play in as well. So there's a big vision, broad vision for where we can go with it, and we're just trying to get the grassroots nice and firm and nice and strong before we can launch it off into the rest of the world. So we'll get there.
Awesome. So what'll help you get there?
Audience. We need to sell it out. We need people to be here. We need people to show up.
We need you to go and see the Drum Revue.
We need people who like live music. I was at a concert at the amphitheater at I think Amphitheater in West Palm, and the artists that were performing, they were so appreciative of just people supporting. There's 20,000 people there, and they were just so appreciative of people supporting live music. And I think that is, I don't think that's lost on any artist that's performing in front of a group and performing on stage. So I know our performers all get really amped up when the crowd's going crazy and they're having a lot of fun, because that's one of the elements of the show is this is live music. This is an interactive live, sweat's dripping off the stage kind of performance, and I think the audience really appreciates that hard work and the talent level that's coming off the stage. You know, you just can't emulate that with AI. You can't get that same emotion just from listening to it on your car radio.
That is correct.
We've talked a lot about that recently over the last few months with a lot of the guests. Is how AI is coming into music, and it's been some heated discussions about kind of the perspective, because AI is not going to replace, or hopefully, hope to God it doesn't replace, the actual of seeing and going out and enjoying live music.
Right.
Making music or recording that aspect. Yeah, that's the big debatable part. But you still got to go out, and it's a community thing and so forth. So Todd is, and if it's given away too much, pause me, because again, I know I've done the last show. The start of the show, right, where you interact with the crowd, is that giving away anything if you want to talk? Because I think it is interesting.
It may be a little different. Yeah,
okay.
It may be a little different. I mean, there's a lot of audience interaction, and I am a performer in the show as well. I won't always be a performer in the show. Yeah. There'll be a time when I let the young kids go and tour around. But yeah, the start of the show, the start of the show was kind of inspired by a book I read on the history of the drum set, and so I like to kind of walk the audience through where drumming actually came from. It came from the battle drums, and then moving into shows and percussion and trap drumming, and then all of a sudden trap drumming moving into jazz, and jazz moving into everything else, funk and rock, and so yeah, there's a lot of that kind of in your face, impactful. Why are we celebrating this crazy instrument that Kevin doesn't really like that much? So.
Yeah. See,
No, but you know what? You said that trap. You don't hear the terminology trap set much anymore.
No, because
used to hear it a lot.
Yeah, it's changed. I mean, it was like the drummer was the catch-all for every sound effect, for the rhythm. It was somebody in the pit orchestra that just needed to figure out a way to carry all this junk with them, and so then next thing you know, they start mounting it on a big drum, and started beating that, and then was a trap. And
I thought it was more about the audition process. It was like actually a trap to get someone and put them on the drum set.
That could be it as well. I could absolutely see that. Drummers have always been the butt of every joke of the band.
Not every joke, because
Most.
There's a lot of great bass player and lead
That's
singer
true.
jokes
That's
and
true.
guitar player jokes.
you can have
awesome.
Kevin part of the show, and he can get up there and say all these drum jokes, and then get
Oh yeah, that'll go over well.
You can get the mic for intermission, and you can just tell drum jokes.
Oh boy,
I'll just be the guitar player comedian guy who gets shoes thrown at him.
That might go over well, actually.
that's part of the interactive part of the
we
show.
can see how that works. That's all right. We're gonna trial that one.
But
I'll have the audience watching to see if the drum riser is level.
It is. It's the people at Kravis
they're
are very
professional.
good.
They're professionals.
I know a lot of the
They're
people who
very
work
good.
at Kravis, and they are a crack team of awesome professionals.
Yeah, and there's multiple drum sets on stage. So we'll have either 2 or 3, at minimum 2 drum sets live, active on the stage. We may even add a third for this show. So it's a tight stage because it's not huge, but it's a lot of fun.
So the part you do where after you start off the show and bring it in, and then you try to start interacting with the crowd, doing
Oh, the clapping?
the clapping.
Oh, a little call and response. Yes.
Talk a little bit about that. So, or if you can,
Yeah, I mean, I
don't want to give away. Like I said, I don't want to give away too much, and you know what I mean.
I've seen it in a lot of places, but I started doing it with my kids when I was just trying to get their attention. I would just clap out a 4-beat rhythm and just start with a simple 1, 2, 3, 4, and then have them call and response. And I do that. I coach my kids' little league team. I'm a basketball coach too. I coach sports, and so sometimes when I'm just trying to get the kids' attention, I'll do a little clap and repeat, and it's amazing how effective it is.
So you were the prime person for me to ask and confirm. Everything is 4/4, isn't it?
Not in our show.
It comes down to you're lying. Don't say that.
No, not, everything is not.
Thanks for being nice to our guest, Evans.
So wait, what?
You can't handle the truth.
I'm going to need a little bit more color on where that comment came from. Is it you are convinced that all music is in 4/4? Because it's not, but
I just like to piss Paul off.
We've had
Everything Paul plays.
Drummers can only play 4/4.
well, that's the joke. That's what the joke's
Everything
been
Paul
on.
plays is
People
in
who've been on the
4/4.
show is yes.
God, I'm sorry.
It's
No,
all-
I mean, the clapping, the call and response for clapping, yes, that is always in 4. So you are right, Devin.
Dance
I'll
music
concede.
is always in 4.
That's also not true.
It has to be.
But
it-
everything is 4/4. So.
In order to dance to it, it has to be an even time signature, or else you can't. You got
But
2 limbs to dance on.
You may be surprised to hear not all dance music is really that danceable.
Well,
Well, a waltz is 3/4 typically. So,
Oh well. Okay. See that? I stand corrected.
yeah, it's just you have to shift up your footwork a little bit for it though. So
Oh, so okay. Well, shifting up, and you're good. Shifting up is not just for cars anymore.
so is the one of the drummers? I forget the gentleman. His last time. What was his background? He came from a pretty experienced background. I can't remember his name. But
I mean, Frank Derrick's been in the show
Yeah.
a number of times. So Frank has been on. Frank toured around the world with Cab Calloway back in the day. So he
The Heidi Ho man.
Yeah, exactly. And so he had known obviously Cab, but then interacted with Buddy Rich and some of the greats of all time. And Frank's still very active in the local scene here. He teaches out also at Palm Beach State. And so Frank's an incredible drummer. So then some of the other drummers there's kids that have been drum majors, instrument performance majors on the drum set down at University of Miami, Frost School of Music. So I've got several performers from there. One guy was a percussion major from Vanderbilt. He went to Dreyfus High School here in Dreyfus School of the Arts here in town. So yeah, people have been from all over the place, but a lot of kids that went to Miami studying music, studying drums or studying percussion. So yeah, they're top of the heap in terms of their skills and abilities. And I am I've said it. I think I said it on the Drums and Rums podcast as well. I'm the worst drummer in the group, which is great. Because it's just I'm okay as a drummer, but these kids are amazing. They're just amazing drummers. What they can do, the speed. I mean, you think of the fastest drummers you've ever seen. These kids can do it all, and they just don't have their name out there in the lights yet. They will. These kids all will. They're just that good. They're an amazing group. So yeah, we're going to be putting out promos on our website for introducing all the drummers. Tristan Yeager, Cody McKeon, Harrison Gesser, Graham Vigut, Amelia Robinson. They're all part of the show for this go around. My son is probably going to make an appearance as well. We, like I said, we may or may not do a cello, but we may do something else with him. My youngest son is starting to play the drums. He's 12, so he may make a cameo in the performance as well if he can keep up with the rest of us. But it's a great group of drummers, great group of percussionists. So I've been just blown away with what they're able to do, adaptability to music, and just the showmanship and the performance element that is part of they just love the idea of finally being able to really showcase all their talent. And like I said, before every show, I just said, these are people that want to see the drums. So just show off, do everything you want to do to show off and have fun with it. So
Awesome.
I think in the show that you came to, Paul, the big drum battle, the big drum set battle, I think it was like a 17 or 18 minute drum battle.
oh yeah.
It was unbelievable. Like,
And they did their own parts, and they wasn't like you'd scripted or wrote the music or the style. You just let them go back and forth at each other. And
some of it, a lot of it was that, but then they did have some choreographed elements that they kind of took it through different segments so that it wasn't just all back and forth. So, but it was, I I was surprised with how long it ended up becoming, but pleasantly surprised because it's just just so much fun. When Frank once, one of the first times Frank did a drum solo, these young drummers, Frank's been around the world and been drumming for a lot longer than any of these kids have been alive, and just to see them on the side of the stage with their jaws dropped, like, oh my goodness, we're in the presence of greatness here. Just seeing one of the greatest drummers ever to play. So that's just so much fun. Just such a fun thing to be part of.
Very cool.
Yeah, when I was a kid, that was called getting your shit handed to you.
That's another way of saying it. Yeah. Yes. But in a good way. It was in a way that they were just in awe, not embarrassed or anything. There's no like trying to, even though there's drum battles in there, there's no sincere one-upmanship. It's truly just, let's just put on a show. Let's just put on a show. Let's give the audience what they paid all their good hard-earned money to get entertained.
So amazing drumming throughout the Drum Revue.
Every different genre, every different style. You're going to see me on the hand drums a lot because that's kind of, that and the snare drum are kind of my two areas of where I can contribute the most, I think. You'll see some of the other kids on the drum set a lot more than me. There's a lot of mallet instruments. We do electronic mallets, so we do a lot of melody through the mallets. And so, and then you're going to see, like I said, drum lines and every different genre that you can pretty much
Hot
think of.
topic. Do you guys consider piano as a percussion?
Yes, it is a percussion instrument. We don't have a dedicated piano. We do run piano sound occasionally through the mallet instrument, but it's played with a mallet, not with hands.
So what is the electronic mallet instrument? Is it still the drum cat?
That does exist, but we use the Pearl mallet station. So
The Pearl mallet station.
Not
Okay.
to give too much of a plug to Pearl because I had to pay for the instruments, but
Right. Hear that, Pearl? Stop doing that.
But yeah, so that gives us, it's through the MIDI player, so we can pretty much channel anything through that you would channel through a keyboard. So so we can thrash electric guitar, we can sound glockenspiels, we can do everything through it. So so that allows us to have an element of melody, and so there's tunes that you'll be able to recognize throughout the show in different scenes because we can play melody through that.
Awesome.
Maybe sometime we'll introduce a guitar as another element to the show. Not yet. Not quite yet.
McLaughlin riff.
That could
Play the
work.
MIDI.
That could work.
Add some riff to the rhythms.
Oh.
There you go.
There you go.
I love it.
Yeah, I could be the evil villain stringed instrument player.
Oh, there you go.
Sneak
That would.
Yes.
There you go. That could be it. Yeah.
You could twirl up your mustache.
Yeah.
You'd be all right. That could
You and
work.
I can be part of the show, right? It's the battle of over the.
You could be the example of what not to do.
We could have a riffs and rhythm face off here.
Oh,
as
there
well.
you go.
So
We
that
could face off
that could
riffs
work.
against
Instead of
rhythms.
You just change the "and" to verses.
riffs
Yeah.
versus.
So
Well, we all know who wins in that battle,
At the
especially
drum review.
At the drum
It
review.
would be a predictable ending, I hope.
Well, you gotta give them you gotta give them a little something. Let them pretend they're participating.
Yeah, you could like thwart the evil guitarist with drums and
I gotta say- it's like-
It's like medieval times when you have the good night and the bad
That's
night.
right,
It's
yeah.
like the good one's gonna
it's like
win.
the
but-
Princess Bride.
Yeah.
We could do that. I like.
I'll even wear a red
see,
shirt so
I-
everybody knows I'm gonna
I
die.
like this. We're scheming. We're putting it
good.
together. I think we're writing.
the next show is already.
We're
formed.
writing a new scene to the drum review. Here live on Riffs and Rhythms.
This is how we do it.
So Todd, the show is 45 minutes, intermission 45, right?
Give or take.
Ish?
Yeah,
Okay,
kind of depends on how long the drum solos go.
Yeah.
So give or let's just call it a 2-hour show.
Okay.
With an intermission. So it's every scene's different. Every scene's unique, and we try to really mix it up for the audience to just kind of always be tapping their feet and always be having fun. So you'll see new elements to it that you haven't seen before. And for any of you viewers or listeners that haven't seen it before, you will be pleasantly surprised at every step.
So for those of who was curious or was maybe a Kravis center, regular or whatever. What has been the most interesting feedback you've gotten from somebody who wasn't quite sure what they were going to experience?
We've had a lot of, everything's been very positive. I've had a lot of unique experience where, people have just been walking by Kravis to their normal box office and they saw, something about Drum Revue, something about drums. A mother came up to me and said, well, my son just started playing the drums and, we didn't know what this was about. So we went and saw it and they loved it. And everybody has said, one, it's very, very family friendly. So there's nothing vulgar. There's nothing profane in it. It's all very, kids love it. Kids love, have a fun time at the show. But I think the universal, feedback that I've been getting mostly from the show is just a nonstop good time. And, they didn't know that they could be entertained by something as simple as a drum for 2 hours without any interruption. So,
well, right there, that's a testament to the quality of musicianship that's going into the show.
I think that's a very big testament to the quality of musicianship because that was a big challenge I shared with Paul earlier. Is the big challenge was, well, I know what I want to see, but how do I make that entertaining for people that maybe aren't drummers or people that, don't necessarily know that they want to see something like this. So, it's just trying to plug in enough variety to the show to keep it constantly entertaining, put in enough melody so that people can tap their feet and sing along and recognize things, and then just get the best drummers I could to put on the show of their lives. So that is something that I think has been universal feedback. And there's a promo video that we have on our website and on YouTube, and the woman in the promo, she says, I think you're going to be kind of like shocked with your senses. Like your senses are going to be overwhelmed by this. Not overwhelmed is not the right word, but the promo video says it much better than I could say it right there. But that kind of sums it up, where it is in your chest, it's in your face, it is from the start, it is high energy and impactful because it's a lot of the drums are mic'd in the show. So even a small little black box theater can you're going to feel it. You're going to feel it, and that's what I think people walked away from it with, saying this was a lot of fun. This was a fun time. 2 hours of drums is actually an entertaining thing to be a part of.
And I say very similar times with solo artists, and I get that there's a need for soloists, but when there's a lack, or lack is not the right way to say it, but no percussion in a show or a gig or performance. I mean, you tell me, you play both band and solo. You're obviously noticing a difference.
Oh, yeah, no question.
Right.
You can't play off beat when you're the only one there.
Yeah, I know. I find that
there's no syncopation when you're by yourself.
Yeah, when I'm a few of those
unless
gigs,
you're an excellent guitar player.
A few of those gigs with some of our solo friends. I don't want to mention any names, but it's been a little bit of challenging because they don't normally play with a drummer percussionist. Then they have their own.
Well, yeah, the people that are not used to playing with someone who's keeping time for them are obvious to hear.
Yeah.
But the thing with music, and I believe you'll all agree with me, is the key to engaging music is tension. And tension can only be achieved by playing against something, either playing against the expected or playing against another beat, or just like withholding the natural outcome and then bringing it in. And with the more instruments that you have in an ensemble, the more sources of tension and therefore engagement and interestingness to the music can be had.
That's well said. I like that. Yeah, there's a lot of that in the show. And some of the tension is just, can the audience clap along with what we're trying to do on the stage? And there's that give and take for the audience because it is such an interactive participation type of show. The tension can be palpable, and then there's some times where we just try to surprise people from the stage and try to shock them and scare them into in the submission, if you will, just
actually liking drums.
Yeah, so liking the drums. Yeah, if we play loud enough, they'll eventually like it.
That's awesome.
So,
I can't wait to see how well that show grows and blossoms across the country. 'Cause it
thank
clearly
you.
deserves it.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that, and thank you guys for your support. It's been, you guys have plugged the show. You've had me on before, and I really appreciate that. And you've got a great audience, and I really hope they all come out and support the Drum Revue too. So.
Yeah, no, this is a great show. As you said, Todd, I've been there a couple times, and very family centric, like you said, right? Good time. And again, it's like some of it too is that folks need to have, an outing, right? Excuse me. We edit that out. Is he dying? Oh, he's it's too much drum talk overload. I think it's getting to him.
Yeah. User tip:
It's overwhelming.
drink and breathe at separate occasions.
You're not you're not a fish.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. One more. Woo! All right. Here you go.
Do you need some water or is just the bourbon okay?
Yeah, bourbon is good. Yeah, it'll be fine.
Okay.
Do you need mouth to mouth from Jack?
My eyes are generating some water, so I'll be fine. Okay. All right. Back to our regularly scheduled programming.
So, Todd, do you have? Are you open? Do you have any type of sponsors or anything that kind of help? With putting on the show, or
No official sponsors right now. George's music has been very helpful. So George himself and Tim here locally, they've been great in helping me get instruments because I'd mentioned to you before that there's an undertaking like this with this many scenes and this many drums, it's not cheap to put on, and it's not always easy to get the right instruments because there's some unique world drums in the show as well. So being able to access that stuff has been, George has been helpful with that, and they're a great group to work with, and I know they do a lot of supplying around here locally, but they've been a great partner for us too. So, but no official sponsors right now, but we'll see if that grows.
Yeah.
So I'm once again asking for your financial support.
Thanks.
Thank you. And I approve this message.
That was helpful.
So maybe I can reach out to the next show is have Dorothea Taylor come on or see if she can come down and be part of the show.
I'd love everybody to be part of the show. Absolutely.
So, spoiler alert.
Who's Dorothy Taylor?
She's the granny drummer you've probably seen on social media. She's called the godmother of drumming.
I've seen her. I've seen her videos.
Okay.
Yes,
I think you've probably seen her. Something that she's done before.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
I
Rinker
don't
Playhouse
know.
is ADA compatible, so you'll be fine.
No, I'm sure you probably don't actually because it's drum stuff.
I don't
you
see stuff.
you
I don't
pay
see
it.
drum stuff on my
Yeah,
social
sorry.
media.
But you'll probably know who I'm talking about when I show you who she is. But yeah, she's phenomenal.
She's an older woman, and she plays drums really well.
Yes, I'll show you some
Okay.
videos afterwards. But yeah, she was actually in Spinal Tap, the new movie. I watched.
Really?
I watched it.
You watched it?
Yes, I did.
What? You watched it without me?
Oh, and by the way, sorry, segment change here. By the
What
way,
about my feelings?
yeah, it's not. It was.
Wow.
I am getting ganged up on here.
Hold on. This whole operation was your idea.
It was your idea.
It was.
It's hard. It's hard to pin you down for a date night. You know that, right?
And let me be clear. He brings his wife with him on the date night, and I bring my woman with me, and we go as separate couples together. Paul does not get me on a date night with him.
But they like to watch the movie. The movie.
We tried to watch. Did you see our thing about did you see our Spinal Tap moment in trying to? Oh,
no, I didn't see that.
In keeping with the magic of Spinal Tap, you're familiar with
Of
Spinal
course, I
Tap.
know Spinal Tap. I didn't know there was a new one yet. Though,
Yeah,
so
there's a new
I have
one,
not
and
seen
it came out last month, and we went to go see it, and it didn't play
Really?
because the guy who was supposed to download it forgot to do it.
Was this Paul?
Because he was busy changing his.
Come on, Todd. Blaming him and me.
He was busy changing his bong water, so he couldn't be bothered to actually download the Thursday night premiere.
Understood.
So I did get my money back from.
Oh, you did?
From Fandango.
Yeah. I gave him a hard time for the ridiculous letter that he had AI generate for him.
Well, no, that was Fandango because I bought the tickets through Fandango.
Yep.
Then I went to because after I went to the theater to complain, then Fandango finally did give me the money back after they verified, and then my tersely worded comment to Sinopolis corporate. They've actually responded.
Not just the Sinopolis, but the corporate.
Well, yeah, that's who you got to go to. Mr. Sinopolis.
My suggestion to him is that nobody is going to give him a refund because the time it takes to read that ridiculously long letter costs more than the refund he's supposed to get.
Hold on. Exhibit A.
He's about to read it.
Thank you very much here.
Look what door you just opened.
That's right. Yes, I was. He walked.
I ain't reading all that.
He might as well have just shown up with a gun and said, "Get off of my lawn."
You walked right into this, Kevin. I got a response back from
They actually
Sinopolis.
responded to you?
Yes.
with an AI,
With a truck backing up and guys in white coats?
with an AI generated response. No doubt.
Thank you for contacting Sinopolis USA Guest Services, Paul.
Corporate.
We apologize for the delayed response and appreciate
Wait,
your
how many
patience.
seconds before that responded back to you? Like instantly, right?
No, it took a while. So
okay.
That's what I said. They said, thank you for apologize for the delayed response. So it was a while. I didn't think they were going to respond. I went into my whole big thing. They agree there was some things that are unacceptable. As a gesture of an apology and to help make amends for the disruption and incurred expenses you will be issuing, hold on, a full refund of the canceled show, a reimbursement of your bar tab. Ooh. Oh, see, now we got him right.
Hey, we're getting somewhere
Did they
now.
know what the bar tab was before they offered that?
I included it. I told them.
It was like $200.
Yeah, I'm like, we're here drinking, and then we get no movie out of it.
I know.
And
We drank extra because there was no movie.
complimentary passes for the future visit. So I haven't responded back yet, but yes, they did respond. So stick that to your AI generated email.
Wow.
Well, you're the one who generated the AI email, not me. I would have just gone in there and yelled at him.
You couldn't have asked for a better response. to
No,
that.
I kind of gave up, and I said, "What the hell is this email? Is this spam?" And no, actually, it was somebody responded back. I got a
good.
name and everything. So
Good.
So you have seen it now?
yes,
Was it good?
I will not comment, deny, or whatever to respectfully not take anything away from Kevin.
Yeah. What streaming service is it on so I can rent it and watch it myself?
I think it was on Amazon. I think it was on Amazon.
Was the one watch rental less than your refund?
No, I waited until, because the first couple weeks it's like this much and then it drops, I waited until it, so you can probably
So
get it
your
for
refund from the bar tab and Sinopolis cost less than the Amazon streaming fee.
No, the stream of the video was
Your
like
$200 bar tab and your 4 tickets cost less than the streaming fee for watching the movie?
to stream the movie was only like, what, $10?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
Well, that's
yeah.
what I was trying to drive
Yeah,
at.
okay, sorry. You're doing math and stuff. It's not 4-4.
Do you see why I give him such a hard time?
Keep it with the time signature
Yeah.
written down.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
there
you.
we go. Yes.
Stop going odd on me.
We don't need polyrhythms in this show.
Thank you.
Let's go.
Okay.
That's right.
All right. There we go.
So, Todd,
I feel like their whole relationship is a polyrhythm.
I think that's a good descriptor of it.
PAULI.
No, I'm healthy now. I had
Polyrhythm.
I got scoped and I had all of my polyrhythms removed.
That's why he's got the do-rag.
Wow. We have derailed.
So, Todd, we got a part of the show here.
There were rails?
Yeah, it was guardrails, right off the cliff.
I didn't know there was rails. I'm sorry.
And we have a segment called the MVP of the week. Do you have somebody or some, that you want to recognize who's kind of helped you out in, part of the community or anything that you got going on?
Obviously, my wife is the biggest MVP. She's the biggest supporter of the show that I could ever hope for. My mother's been a big part of the show as well, supporting it, my family. But, Joe DiMaggio's Children's Hospital, when we've been able to go down there for Drum Revue and play for the kids, L's for Autism up here in Jupiter, when we've been able to play for them. This community support has been outstanding. And being able to touch people's lives with drums, with music, with just interacting with people that wouldn't normally get to come to a show or see live performance, that's been hugely impactful. So I would definitely give MVPs to all those people. So.
Very cool. All right, nice. Yeah, we got a couple. We could probably talk at some point, but some of the stuff we've got going on with the Blues Society and things like that, maybe this tie in there somehow. I don't know. Some of the the youth stuff we were talking about.
Yeah, one of the things that Paul and I are trying to do is find ways to funnel the youth into exposure to the blues.
Ooh, I like that.
And we are coming up with a few concoctions that will help inspire that.
Yeah.
And, the blues, one of the uniquely American art forms.
Very true.
Blues and jazz, right? Mm-hmm. Very few uniquely American art forms.
Right.
And, we want to keep the blues alive. And the only way to do that is to have the kids playing it.
Yeah, I would wonder if there's like some school of rock or something like that that can channel some blues. Have you ever been to Blues Fest in Chicago?
I have not.
Yeah, I grew up in Chicago, and so I used to be able to go to Blues Fest all the time. And that's one of the most amazing experiences. It was so much fun when I was a kid and college kid going to Blues Fest. So I love the blues and I love blues music. I love blues drumming too. There's a lot of drummers today in the rock world that their roots are all in blues, and so that's a lot of fun.
We got it coming up. One of our guests there, right behind you, Todd, is Apostoli Floyd. He's going to be going up to Memphis in January to represent the Treasure Coast Blues Societies as the band performers.
At the International Blues Challenge.
Very cool.
Right, so,
along with Mr. Mike Farrow.
That's
the
right.
solo winner.
Yep. So
very cool. I love that.
So we got a couple local guys there.
That's awesome.
Part of it. So Kevin went up a couple of years ago. You represented. So yeah. So it's a.
Paul was there to document the whole thing.
Very nice.
And there's again. I think there's certain common threads here. Kind of a lot of things maybe overlap or kind of lean on each other. And like Kevin said, we were like, how do we the School of Rocks? Most of the kids go into those. Great to learn music. Mm-hmm. Great, perfect. Learn the instrument, learn to be in a band. But a lot of it is all just rock.
True.
How do we keep the blues aspect going, right? And it is a certain style, but
blues will always be important because it is a predictable chord progression or set of chord progressions that is, in my opinion, the ultimate improvisation platform.
Very true. Very true.
Like reggae, and unlike jazz, it's a specific set of parameters to work with. And when you have a small arena to stomp around in, the larger the group of people that can have that commonality and speak the same language.
I love that. That's so true.
Yeah, and so blues is right in the middle of all that.
Yeah. What blues clubs are around here? Are there any?
I don't know of any specific blues clubs that are there. The closest thing that I'm involved with is our monthly blues jam at the Bottoms Up Public House in Fort Pierce.
Right.
I don't know of any. Are there any blues clubs in Palm Beach anymore?
What's down? Would you consider like the Bamboo Room or
Bamboo Room is not
maybe?
exclusively blues.
Right.
It has a lot of blues artists.
Yeah. I don't know if down south where some of the places that Apostoli plays, maybe. Down in Miami,
honestly, I don't
Tobacco
know.
Road. Or something
Sounds like
that,
there's an opportunity for a blues club.
Yeah, and this is a
established
problem.
here.
You want to go into business?
Absolutely right.
What's that?
You want to go into business?
There we go.
Yeah, we'll start a blues club.
We'll go halvesies, but it'll be a drummer-focused blues club. I hope you're okay with that.
Oh yeah, drums in the front, singer in the back.
I like it.
Just as God intended.
All of the female singers will appreciate it because she'll know that nobody's looking at her. Which can be awkward. A bunch of creepy, musicians staring at your singers.
Yeah, that is the one thing is that if there is video evidence that I did, again, going back to saying the performance that I did with Mike, at the Jupiter Music Fest, was camera view was straight on and Mike stood right in front of me. And I'm like, look, nobody knew I was even here.
That's a guitar player for you.
It's the common lament of all drummers. We've all been there.
Drummers have to be in the middle for some reason, and so does the singer. I don't know how that works, but it kind of shouldn't be that way.
I think, just having to stare at Mike's ass threw off my boom pad. So.
Oh, is that you're going to blame it on Mike's ass?
Yes,
is that what it is?
On Mike's ass. Yes,
it's not the fact that
it's
you
all
haven't
his
practiced
ass.
in 20 years.
It's all his fault.
Okay.
Yes, that's the story. I'm sticking to it.
All right, good.
Yeah. So, I know. Wow, I can't. Time's flying by here, Todd. So can you come back next week? Because I want to talk more about some of your own music. Because I know you've got some of your own music as well, right?
I've done a few things.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, music's been a big part of my life. So yeah, I'd love to come back and love to chat some more and hopefully keep talking a little bit about Drum Revue too. So
yeah,
thanks so much.
So again, where can people check out some about the Drum Revue or get tickets or anything that you want to?
All the socials are at Drum Revue, REVUE. Remember, drumrevue.com, and the tickets for sale through all those links, but also kravis.org, KRAVIS.org is where to get tickets for November 20th.
Okay,
it's a Thursday night show at 7:00. At Kravis Center. So
very cool.
Thanks so much,
putting
guys,
that
for
on the
having me.
calendar.
As you should. You should.
Very cool. All right, there. So here we are. We had a see. He loves it when I set him up with our guests. I get to do the choosing, the picking.
You weren't too ganged up on, were you, Kevin?
No, you guys are nice.
You came out alive. You're all right.
As
Wait till
much
the
as
next-
I give it out, if
wait
I
till
couldn't take it,
next
that
week.
would
Maybe
be
when I'm
not
here
okay.
next week, we'll set up the drums and really see if you
That's
can
right.
if you can handle it. So.
I can hit some drums now.
Just like he hits the ice in the freezer when he's going to refill. We have to introduce you to the drumstick in the freezer.
Okay. When I come back, I look forward to seeing that. Thank you for teeing that one up for me.
Yeah. So thanks again for tuning in, watching, and listening again. The show is both on YouTube and our audio stream, Apple, Spotify, etc. So also listen to us in the car. Subscribe to Patreon there for some exclusive content there. Social medias, do a lot of little shorts and little funny videos and so forth. So check out all that stuff there. So what do you got going on? We got going on anything here next couple months or so? I think we've got, again, just check out and go out and support Mike Farrow and Apostolic Floyd. Take a look.
Yeah,
at
we've got a ton of fundraisers to help get them to Memphis.
Yep.
We've got a string of shows. Basically all the shows, but the main one is December 28th. That'll be the final fundraiser. December 28th at Terra Firmata in Stuart, Florida. Go to tcblues.org to get all the details and on all that stuff. Very cool, very fun.
Yep. So check that out, and we may try to get Mike and Apostolic on the show, hopefully before they go to Memphis. That'd be
we're
good.
gonna try.
That'd be good one. See how their schedules fit.
Yeah, Kevin McLaughlin Band's got a bunch of shows. Just on social media, just type in #KevinM, and you'll see what I've got going on.
Yep. All right. So there it is. So that's our wrap here. So.
Can we stick a fork in this one?
Yeah, for sure. So, all right. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Cheers. See you all next week.
Cheers.